One of the things I'm also struck by in this is speaks to one of the programs that we've been very involved with for the past 10 years is about resilience. And the pandemic, as horrific as it is, makes me think a lot about what are the types of things that we could have already been doing that really help households become more resilient and weather storms of this nature. One of the programs, and if it's actually for what it's worth, the only project that I've had the pleasure of working in Pakistan on was a project that we did about 8 years ago with the Pakistan Poverty Alleviation Fund, PPAF, and with 4 partner NGOs, nonprofit organizations in the Sindh, with Aga Khan Planning and Building Services, Badin Rural Development Society, Indus Earth Trust, and the Sindh Agricultural and Forestry Workers Coordinating Organization. And with these 4 partner NGOs, we helped coordinate a 3-year randomized control trial to measure the impact of a multifaceted program that helped households or ultra poor build their own sustainable source of income. And we wanted to help find out, will this work? Will it be sustained? Will it last for the long run? Will it help households weather various shocks that happen year in, year out to different households? And it was a striking success. The benefits from this program in terms of the increased food and consumption the household was able to earn and then eat was 179% of the cost of the program. So that's a very high and very positive return on investment from the society, from a societal perspective, from the government or the philanthropist, as the case may be. And we saw really important impacts on both how much the households were eating, on their net worth, the value of their assets, how much money they made, the income and revenue from various income generating activity. Now that was only measured at 3 years. We don't know the longer run. It would be fascinating to find out whether that program persisted in its impact and actually helped households cope with the current tragedies that are happening. I don't know the answer to that. Would love to find out. I don't know if that's viable, unfortunately. The other thing that's really striking when I think about the long run here, which is that a lot of the programs that are being done now with cash transfers have a potential opportunity to turn lemons into lemonade, or to turn a sour thing into something less sour. And we've seen this in other contexts where a crisis, which led a government or nonprofits to distribute cash via mobile money, or any sort of transition which caused all of a sudden a lot of people to start using mobile money, had a huge benefit in the long run, that then more people were using mobile money to engage in various activities of sending money to family, saving, and even getting access to credit. And this lowered the cost for them of normal, formal financial services, and then at the end of the day makes them more able to make investments, to save, and makes them wealthier. And so there is a chance that there's a happy story that could come out of this. I'm not saying net happy. There's clearly a lot of tragedies that are coming out of this. But there might be one story that is somewhat positive, which is that this shock, which led a lot of people basically to start using mobile money who were not otherwise, might then really improve the mobile money infrastructure and the ecosystem, making that a more viable way for households to save, send money, and even borrow at lower cost. And then in 3, 5, 10 years, we might see them more able to use finance as a tool to improve their life in a cost-effective way. And so that's something that obviously time will tell if this has that kind of long-run effect. But if it does, that would be a nice epilogue to be able to attach to what is otherwise a horrific story and a horrific series of tragedies around the world. So with that, I'll leave you on that final, modestly positive note of a little bit of hope of something good that could come out of this. And again, I would, of course, don't want to, overstate the fact that I'm not ever claiming that would actually be a benefit that would outweigh all of the costs and tragedies that we've encountered and experienced in this world. But it is still something that might come out of this and would be interesting and useful for the world to see if that is something that is a byproduct of this tragedy.